Imagine standing at the edge of a room, heart pounding, palms slightly damp, and seeing her there, a stranger who could change everything you think about yourself. You feel a pull in your chest, a question rising. Why does talking to women feel like stepping into unknown territory? What if the key isn't in clever lines or rehearsed jokes, but in something deeper within you? Hold that question as you breathe in now, because in the next minutes, you will discover a path that few men truly walk, a path drawn from ancient wisdom and Stoic thought that will transform the way you speak, listen, and live. Relax into this moment. Let curiosity rise. You won't click away, because what you learn here will reach into your core. Feel your breath. Notice any tension in your shoulders or jaw. This is your inner stage. Before words form on your lips, presence must arise in your bones. Picture a still lake at dawn, smooth like glass, reflecting the sky without ripples. This is how you show up before you speak. If you rush ahead, you create waves of doubt and noise. Instead, allow a calm to settle inside. Remind yourself, I am enough. I am whole. I don't need her approval. I only choose to share my presence. When you carry this silent strength, women sense it. They feel the steadiness behind your gaze. They feel the stillness in your voice. This presence is your foundation. Now imagine her voice reaching you as a soft tide, carrying stories, hopes, fears. Listening becomes a gift you give, not a chore you endure. As she speaks about her day or her dreams, lean inward with your mind, not with urgency to reply, but with genuine hunger to understand. Notice the light in her eyes when she speaks of something she loves. Notice the pause when something weighs on her heart. In that space, you honor her truth. You don't interrupt with your own story to prove your worth. You simply stay curious. Why does that memory matter? What does that fear hide? This deep listening is rare. This rare quality magnetizes. Women sense when you hear more than words. They sense when you see into their humanity. Even as nerves rise or uncertainty flickers, remember that emotion is a messenger, not a jailer. When fear whispers that you might fail, acknowledge it without surrender. Breathe into that feeling as a traveler might pause at a crossroads. Choose the road of calm courage. If rejection comes, it stings like cold rain. But Stoic thought reminds you, no one can harm your inner self without your consent. You face discomfort with grace, knowing that each conversation, whether smooth or rocky, teaches you something essential about life and yourself. Embrace the lesson hidden in every glance, every word left unsaid. This is emotional control that feels alive, not none. Speak with simplicity and depth. Words carry weight when they come from a place of truth within you. Avoid empty phrases or forced humor. Instead, share small glimpses of your real world. A moment that surprised you, a lesson that reshaped your thinking, a question that still intrigues you. Speak slowly, as though each sentence is a pebble dropped into still water, creating rings that reach across the surface. Don't flood the space with noise. Let your words land and settle. Let silence linger between them. In those pauses, connection deepens. She senses you trust the space between you more than the words themselves. Remember ancient proverbs that echo still today. Empty your cup before you fill it. Approach each conversation as if you know little, even if you know much. Leave judgments at the door. This open mind invites genuine exchange. When she shares an idea, Resist the urge to argue or correct. Instead, ask, what led you here? How did you come to feel this way? Show that you value her view. In turn, when you offer your perspective, frame it humbly. I once thought differently until I saw. This humility signals strength, not weakness, because it shows you can change and grow. Imagine you walk through a marketplace of ideas with her, not as a merchant hawking your goods, but as a fellow traveler exploring new paths. You point to curiosities, an old proverb, a thought experiment, a memory that shaped you. She responds, and you both shape the conversation together. This is authentic confidence, knowing you have value to share, yet understanding you don't need to dominate the scene. Confidence born from knowing who you are, even while you remain open to who you can become. Notice how Stoic philosophers advised looking at setbacks as teachers. If a talk ends awkwardly, if words stumble, don't punish yourself in silence later. Instead, reflect. What did I learn about my fears? What did I learn about her cues? This reflection is not self-criticism, but careful observation, like a scientist examining data to improve the next experiment. With each attempt, your inner calm grows stronger because you see every outcome as feedback, not final verdict. Picture a moment when she laughs at something you said, not out of forced politeness, but genuine delight from your simple truth. That laugh is not the prize. The prize is the shared spark of human connection. When you focus on connection rather than outcome, you free yourself from anxiety. You find joy in the flow of conversation itself. You become magnetic, not because of tricks, but because of your genuine interest and calm presence. Use imagery as you speak. Talking feels like standing on the edge of a cliff, but imagine instead you stand on solid ground, feet rooted, looking out over the horizon with curiosity. This kind of vivid phrase invites her mind into a shared experience. It's not about impressing, but inviting. Invite her to see through your eyes for a moment. Invite her to feel the calm you cultivate within. As the conversation unfolds, bring in gentle questions that ignite thought. What memory from childhood still guides you? When did you feel most alive recently? These questions reach beneath small talk into deeper territory, showing courage and respect. When she answers, match your depth with your own honest reflections. This reciprocity builds trust and fascination. You reveal yourself gradually, like a story unfolding page by page, and she leans in to read more because she senses sincerity. Throughout this journey, remember the Stoic reminder: your true wealth lies not in external applause, but in inner virtue and self-mastery. When you carry this truth, your words and actions align. You show up with integrity. Women notice integrity. They feel its pull. They sense when a man lives by his word, when he values calm over chaos, truth over pretense. Now, envision the end of a meaningful talk. You part ways without a forced promise or anxious rush. You simply acknowledge the time shared. Thank you for this conversation. I learned something today. These words carry weight because they come from genuine understanding. You leave space for what comes next, whether another meeting or a silent blessing. You walk away knowing you honored yourself and honored her. And here comes the final moment. As you reflect after the encounter, a quiet satisfaction blooms inside. Not because you won her interest, but because you practiced presence, listening, honesty, and calm. You know that this skill grows with each interaction, not as a game, but as a way of life. You desire more understanding, more depth, more connection. You crave the journey itself. If you stay on this path, each conversation becomes a chance to deepen your self-awareness and empathy. You become the kind of man who speaks to women not with fear or strategy, but with genuine respect and curiosity. You become someone
who transforms anxiety into calm energy, who transforms small talk into meaningful exchange. So as you step forward into your next encounter, feel this. You carry ancient wisdom in your chest. You carry the calm of a still lake. You carry the courage to listen deeply. You carry the gift of honest words. Let this guide you. Let this change how you talk, how you live, how you connect. And if this resonates, if you feel a spark of curiosity and hunger for more, keep seeking. There is always a deeper layer beneath the words, a richer presence beneath the surface. Embrace this path. Your next conversation awaits, and with it, the chance to practice your growing calm, your listening heart, and your simple, truthful words. Stay curious, stay brave, and return soon for more wisdom on this journey.